Prince Harry climbs aboard the mental health bandwagon yet again. On World Mental Health Day, Harry was spotted having a chat with social psychologist Jonathan Haidt about the evils of smartphones and social media. Because of course, Harry's life is the perfect case study for what not to do when it comes to mental wellness. Who better to lecture the world on mental health than a man whose family drama is like a soap opera on steroids? In a stunning revelation, Harry declared that smartphones are stealing young people's childhood, a claim that's as shocking as a new Kardashian divorce. Meanwhile, Haidt chimed in, pointing out that kids born after 1995 are experiencing skyrocketing anxiety and depression because they can't tear themselves away from their screens. It's like they're trapped in a digital funhouse mirror, and surprise, Harry wants to be the one holding the flashlight. Harry followed this up by musing about how social media companies are quick to blame parents for the mental health crisis. Haidt smartly rebutted, explaining that once kids get their hands on a smartphone, family life devolves into a gladiatorial battle over screen time. Harry, the father of 2 young children, is apparently learning this lesson the hard way, yet still feels the need to lecture the rest of us. Harry claimed that platforms like Instagram and TikTok serve as lifelines for kids. Q Haidt rolls his eyes and reminds us that the real solution is for kids to put their phones down and actually talk to their friends. What does Harry know about actual friendships when he's been hiding away in his California castle? His idea of social connection seems to be waving at his neighbours from behind a gated wall. As their tete-a-tete meandered along, Haidt said 2024 would be a turning point for the youth suffering from the effects of technology. Maybe he's right after all. It's hard to ignore that Harry's been flitting around with his own personal mental health crises while conveniently overlooking the havoc his royal family drama has wreaked on countless lives. This whole conversation feels more like Harry attempting to be the woke voice of a generation rather than offering anything substantive. When Harry starts lecturing about mental health, it's hard not to raise an eyebrow. His credibility is about as stable as a house of cards in a wind tunnel. Remember when he suggested people quit their jobs if they don't bring joy? Maybe he should take a cue from reality and understand that not everyone can afford to live a life of leisure while lecturing the masses on how to raise emotionally resilient kids. Honestly, why is anyone taking advice on mental health from a guy who barely scraped by in school? It's almost ironic that he's talking about the importance of mental health while his own issues are displayed for the world to see. Does he truly believe his experiences somehow grant him the wisdom to guide others? Someone might want to tell him that blabbering about your feelings doesn't equate to a PhD in psychology. And let's not forget that Harry and his wife are no strangers to being the source of public anxiety. Their very existence seems to churn the waters of mental health crises rather than soothe them. Harry seems to think mental health issues are someone else's fault, when in reality it's all about personal choices. Nobody's going to come and save him from his emotional turmoil, and it's high time that he realises that. As if on cue, Harry's clinging to the idea that he's a mental health guru is reminiscent of a celebrity trying to sell a fitness book when they can barely lift a dumbbell. So while he may have good intentions tucked away somewhere under all that privilege, let's not mistake him for a mental health expert. Harry needs to take a step back, reflect, and maybe consult with someone who knows what they're talking about, preferably a therapist who isn't on speed dial.